This time we're going to break with tradition and look at a line from an instrument other than guitar. No, wait, come back. This line comes from one of the greatest and most influential tenor saxophonists of modern times, the incredible Michael Brecker. It comes from a tune called Song for Barry from the Return of the Brecker Brothers album. So let me play it a couple of times, then we'll pull it apart. One of the best ways to break away from guitar playing cliches is to take inspiration from the playing of other instrumentalists. They don't have the same limitations as we do, as guitarists. So their lines tend to sound less formulaic on the guitar, although by the same token, they can also be harder to play. We're going to look at a line from the great tenor sax player, Michael Brecker. This is a C minor line. And first thing to say is, like the fingering I'm doing, there's no correct way to finger this because it wasn't played on the guitar. So this is a fingering that works for me. It's the way that for me makes it sound the most fluid and sort of, follows his sort of phrasing the closest. But, the important thing are the notes, the notes and the phrasing, the rhythmic sense of it. So any fingering that feels comfortable is equally correct. So this, to be honest, this is actually two segments of a line. He plays the first part and then there's like a short little melody figure in the original song, and then he plays the second part. But they're kind of like a call and answer phrase, so I put them together because I thought it made a really nice line. So it's in C minor. For the way I'm fingering it, I'm going to start down here in shape 4 of C minor pentatonic. And he starts in C Dorian. So G, B flat, G, A, G, down to the F, then moves down chromatically to the E flat, then goes up to the G, then D, G, so E flat, G, D, G. It's all C Dorian, but you could also see this as, implying maybe a C minor and a G minor arpeggio. And this is a point where the way that I'm fingering it maybe changes from the obvious way. Because I go up to here for the G. Because of what's coming next. Pulls off to the F and comes straight down an F major arpeggio. Which for me kind of works most neatly up here, although again, lots of ways you can play this. You could do it here. You could even do it here. But as I say, for me, just seems the most fluid. So it follows this by going down this side here from B flat to F, E flat to B flat, which you could see a few different ways. You can see this as a couple of fourths, so moving down a fourth from the B flat, moving down a whole step and moving down another fourth to the B flat. You could also see it as maybe suggesting an E flat, a B flat triad and an E flat triad. You could see it as B flat sus. You could also see it as F7 sus. And he follows it by actually going up F7, ending on the E flat. So, maybe he is thinking F7 sus to F7. So all of that so far. 3, 4, 1. Okay. So for the second half of this line, he moves up to, or at least we move up to this area of the neck. You can see it as being around the second shape of C minor pentatonic. And whereas the first phrase started on one hand, this starts on the second 16th. So the first phrase would be 3 and 4 and 1 and etc. This one starting the B flat would be this: 3 and 4 and 1. And yeah, it starts again, it's all C Dorian. I mean, you could see that as implying B flat major 7, but that's maybe a stretch. So B flat, A, F, and goes to the G, E flat, C, and G, which is a C minor arpeggio. Again, different ways you can play this. For example. He follows this by going straight up a D minor arpeggio. Classic Dorian idea, C minor Dorian moving up a whole step, and playing minor arpeggio or minor 7 arpeggio, minor pentatonic, anything like that, which is what he's doing here. He's going straight up a D minor 7 arpeggio. Again, different ways you can fingering it. You can do it like this, or I've ended up playing it like this, just because, I don't know, worked better for me. You could absolutely sweep up here, hybrid pick it, whatever. And he follows this with C minor arpeggio. So starting with the G, C, E flat, up to the G, and slides up to finish to this A, which is the 6th or the 13th on this C minor chord. It's quite a nice note to finish on. And he sort of hits a harmonic with this. It's really kind of blaring. So I was tending to kind of accent it a little bit, give it a bit of a shake to make it jump out a bit more. So yeah, so the second half of the line starts here, 3 and 4 and 1. As I say though, different ways you can play it. For example, or, and even myriad ways. As I say, be creative with it, find a way that works for you. The important thing is the notes. Okay, let's put this all together slowly. 3 and 4 and 1. So let's try this at half speed with a click, and then we'll play it a couple of times up to tempo to finish.